I've been printing a lot of helmets lately, and with every one, I either learn something new or try something different. I want to share 15 tips with you that I wish I knew earlier. These tips will save you time, money, or just make it a little easier. I just need about 5 minutes to share these tips. Let me start that timer, or less than 5 minutes. Let's get started. Tip number one, sizing the helmet. Before doing anything else, you need to make sure that your helmet will fit. I remixed this cosplay caliper and added measurements right on the tool. Just measure your head from side to side, top to bottom, and back to front. Then take those measurements and apply them to this head sizing file. Then you can resize your helmet to fit. Tip number two, cutting with connectors. If your helmet doesn't fit your printer, you'll need to cut the files to fit. When you cut the files, I recommend using connectors. I prefer using the plug and dowel connectors. These make it much easier to line up the parts when you're putting them all back together. I add them in the cut settings in Bamboo Studio. You can do the same on other slicers like Orca or Prusa. Tip number three, orientation. You get the best quality and least visible layer lines when you print vertically like this. But when you do this, you end up with a lot of supports on the outside of the helmet. I changed the angle so the supports will be on the inside. Tip number four, adaptive layers. For better quality prints with less visible layer lines, you must have adaptive layers turned on. This increases and decreases the layer height based on the angle of the print, but it does add to the print time. In Bamboo Studio, you can adjust the slider to focus on either a higher quality print with smaller layer heights or a faster print with less layers. Tip number five, clean the print plate. It's very important to have a clean plate to avoid adhesion issues. You may have heard to clean it with alcohol, but soap and water is the way to go. Just make sure not to touch the top of the plate after it's clean. Tip number six, leveling. Another cause of adhesion issues is a bed that's not level, especially if you're printing something large like a helmet. Make sure to level the bed whether your printer has manual or automatic leveling. Tip number seven, putting it all back together. If you had to cut the helmet to fit, you'll need to put it all back together. My favorite method is to use a soldering iron and just melt the parts together. This gives you a very strong bond, and it's very easy to do, especially if you apply tip number two. Then just fill in the gaps on the outside with Bondo and then sand. Tip number eight, sanding shortcut one. I like to use a thick coat of filler primer over the whole helmet. This will fill in between the layer lines and really cut down the sanding time. It's much easier to sand down primer than filament. Tip number nine, sanding shortcut two. For the rougher areas like the top of this helmet, the filler primer will not be enough. Bondo Spot Putty is the best for these areas. It's easy to apply using small pieces cut from an EVA foam sheet. You can pick up a sheet of this at any craft store for about $1. Be sure to wear gloves and a respirator when working with Bondo. Tip number 10, sanding shortcut 3. For large areas that might need a thinner layer of Bondo, I like to mix a 2-to-1 ratio of Bondo to acetone and apply it with an old brush. And again, wear gloves and a respirator. You don't want to be breathing either one of these in. Applying these 3 sanding tips will cut down sanding time quite a bit. Tip number 11, paint setup. I love this paint booth and it's the perfect size for helmets. It's well worth the $30 I paid for it. The turntable it comes with isn't the best quality, but I just put a piece of wood on top to weigh it down and help it spin easier. Also be sure to use a respirator when painting. Tip number 12, helmet stand. This adjustable stand I made makes it easier to paint helmets. The height can be set from 12 to 15 inches. It can also be used to display your helmets. I put my files up on printables. Tip number 13, paint choice. I prefer using the satin spray paint. It lays down smoother and is easier to apply than gloss paint. Plus, the gloss level isn't determined by the paint, but the clear coat that you apply at the end. Tip number 14, adding a visor. I wanted to find a low cost and easy way to add visors. I get these clear plastic sheets and window tinting. They are both available on Amazon. For about $15, you should be able to get 10 visors out of it. Just apply the window tint color that you want, cut it to size, and either glue it in or apply it with Velcro so you can remove it later. Tip number 15, making it comfortable. For padding the inside of the helmet, I like to use these Airsoft helmet pads. Just place them where they're needed with the included Velcro. I put links in the video description for everything shown in this video. There are links to my free STL files on printables and affiliate links to the products shown from Amazon. I know I went through these tips quickly, so if you want to see anything more in detail, check out my helmet video playlist. I still got a few seconds, so I just got one more thing. If you like this video and want to see more like it, please like and subscribe, and check this out next. Thank you for watching.